One of the questions that comes up quite commonly, particularly when we're working with people who believe they're not musical, which is a complete illusion, everybody's profoundly musical. Oftentimes students have had an experience with piano lessons, and one of the things they've struggled with is, how do I get my left and my right hand working together? They end up believing that something's wrong with them, or they'll say, I've got 2 left feet, or I haven't got a musical bone in my body, or something that defines them as though they are lacking some inherent musical quality. And the evidence for that is the struggle that they had in trying to get their hands working. Now, in our world, this is never an issue, ever. That it has everything to do with understanding some principal tenets of education, the critical nature of being able to identify patterns and shapes, the critical importance of understanding that the brain is a pattern-seeking device, the critical importance of understanding the notion of working with single thought processes, not multiple thought processes, as well as the ability to see where have domains been collapsed. For example, when typically we're asking a student to do something, it involves both what to play as well as how to play it. This might be the notes that I choose, this might be the rhythm that I play it with, this might be the way that both hands come together, this might be a smooth, musical, even rendition. We've found without question that neurologically it makes the world of difference if we leave the how to play way out of the equation until the body has fully comprehended and assimilated what to play. So when it comes to students being able to bring their hands together, we have a number of very, very valuable, very important strategies. One of the tools that we love to use is what we would call rhythm diagrams. And I'm going to talk about rhythm diagrams with a correlation to the way in which blues is played. Firstly, a rhythm diagram is a series of maybe numbers or letters or strokes, just symbols. And these symbols allow the eye to see the feel of the rhythm, the feel of the way the hands work together. And it allows the eye to see that feel in a way that sort of bypasses the thinking process. Now, when I say bypasses the thinking process, I don't mean that the brain isn't thinking, but I mean it's a way of bypassing whatever story one has about oneself, or whatever perceived or imagined difficulty there is. Very often, if students are tackling something that seems like it might be complex, sometimes what's happening in the thinking process is students are looking at it and going, this is going to be hard, or gee, I don't know if I could do this, or I tried this before and I failed. Whatever that is, rhythm diagrams allow us to sort of short circuit that a little bit and get right to the level of what's actually happening at a rhythmic feel level between both the left and the right hands. To demonstrate this, I'm going to talk about a very popular Western culture nursery rhyme called Humpty Dumpty. Now, depending on what country you're in, you may not be familiar with that nursery rhyme. But the nursery rhyme goes like this. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. It's a story about an egg. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Now, for many children around the world, they know this nursery rhyme. One of the cool things about this nursery rhyme is that the fundamental rhythm of it is very, very similar to the way in which blues is played. That Humpty Dumpty da 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 da, dum ba bum ba 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 ba. We've got that ba 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 ba. Those types of rhythms and feels underscore blues. So let's have a look at the way in which, let's say we have a student who's wanting to get the left and the right hand working. Perhaps it's the next level of complexity that they're ready to move forward with. We're going to create a simple rhythm diagram, and I'm going to show this on your screen. I'm actually going to be constructing it as I do. So let's have a look at this diagram that I build. This series of strokes will represent my left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just going to represent 4 beats of the left hand. Here I'm going to draw out the rhythm of the melody. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. So I've drawn a diagram that in some respects visually represents the rhythm. Bum, 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 bum. Over here, bum, 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 bum. Now, one of the things that's fantastic to see how this exercise works, and you can try this with anybody you like. Take someone who's not only never had music lessons before, but actually believes they're not musical, and see if they can do this. See if they can take the left hand and just keep the left hand a steady beat. Bum, 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 bum. See if they can say the Humpty Dumpty rhythm. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Some people struggle to even get that. Let's say they can get that. Here's what I'd like them to do. See if they can play the rhythm with their right hand. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Some people will be able to get that, others can't. Here's what's great, when they try to do both together. This with the rhythm, this with the melody. Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 ba. This is where it all falls apart, and usually people have this brain log, multiple thought processes, there's a massive traffic jam, the information shuts down. In an ordinary learning experience, a student might think, something's wrong with me that I can't do it. We know, however, it's only because we've collapsed the domains of what to play, and we need to separate it from how to play and concentrate on teaching the body what to do. Let's have a look and see how we do this using the rhythm diagram. What I'm going to do here, it's essential that we turn off the rhythm. This has nothing to do with getting the rhythm. This is all about what to play, not how to play it. So what we want to do now is just teach the body what you're asking it to do. Let's look at the left hand representation on the diagram. These are our 4 beats, and all we need to do, I'm just going to use one finger now on each hand. Our left hand's just going to do this, then this, then this, then this. And it's really valuable to have the student actually touching what it is that they're going to do. Bum, 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 bum. Here, bear in mind, this doesn't need to sound like anything that's reminiscent of the melody of the song or the rhythm of the song. This is just the right hand. It does one on its own and then one together. One on its own and one together with the left hand, then on its own, and together. So if I put them together and just followed the instructions, all I'm looking at is what to play, nothing to do with how to play it. It's bum, 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 bum. Take a student through that, giving them clear instructions to do nothing other than to follow the instruction. No rhythm, not fast, just look at each one. Take one at a time. Together, just the right, bum, then together, bum, just the right, bum, together, bum, just the right, and together. Just by doing that exercise, it is amazing how quickly, sometimes students who absolutely are convinced that they're unmusical, I've seen this many, many, many times, that student sits down and within 1 or 2 goes, they start to be able to ease up, the body starts to get a sense of it, and that natural musicality that underscores our walking and talking and gesture just naturally kicks in. We don't have multiple thought processes in the way. We've separated the distinction of what to do from how to play it, and we let the body discover the musicality for itself. It's amazing how quickly these students will start to develop a rhythmical relationship with this early on. You'll see them and they'll be going bum, 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 bum. It's slow, but they're not even hearing how beautifully smooth and even and rhythmical it is. Rhythm diagrams are tremendously powerful. They're tremendously potent. They have vast application, allowing the body to see the feel of the rhythm, and in doing so bypass any of the extraneous thinking that gets in the way of that natural musicianship. Once the student in the Humpty Dumpty instance has got that bum, ba bum, ba 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 bum, which is really that ba 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 bum, that's the rhythm of ba 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 ba. There's Humpty Dumpty. We've got a simple process that we can apply to both simple and advancing music that allows students to have both hands working together from the earliest stages. Has nothing to do with how musical they are because everybody's profoundly musical. There's one little thing that I'd like to finish with. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to demonstrate to you how accurate and effective this is. We're going to cut away. I'm going to bring somebody who I have not met, who I don't know. I'm going to sit them down here. I'm going to take them through quickly this process. Watch how they nail this just within a matter of minutes. Enjoy it, guys. Feel free to share it. Hi.
Wow, hi.
You and I haven't met before, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, good. You're not musical?
I'm not musical.
You are not musical. Okay, I love that. Are you familiar with the nursery rhyme Humpty Dumpty?
Yes. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, and Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
Okay, great. So we know the nursery rhyme. That's clear. Now, I want to take that nursery rhyme and I want to sort of tax the system a little bit. Here's what I'd like you to do. Get the beat going. And now say the nursery rhyme.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
You're an expert, right? This is perfect. Excellent, excellent. With your right hand, I want you to now tap the melody of the song. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Okay, great. I want you to do the left hand beat and the right hand rhythm at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, go. Go, together. You go. Okay, brain freeze. This is exactly what I'm saying. This is what happens in a multiple thought process environment. You cannot learn this way. I'm going to show you some diagrams. So you're just going to go like this, and you're just going to move your hand through each of these gestures. The left hand. Bum, 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 bum. This is the melody of the song. Let's have a look at it. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Have you got that now? Hang on a second. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Do you get that? Mm-hmm. Now, I want you to turn off the rhythm. This is not about you getting it musically. All I want you to do is do nothing else other than what the page is instructing you to do. See if you can go through it nice and slowly, but steadily for me. Bum, 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 bum. Perfect. Bum, 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 bum. So good. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, great. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, do you feel the rhythm? See that? See how quickly she got that? See how smoothly? Thank you for giving me your time. I really appreciate it. It was very generous of you.
I appreciate it as well.
Okay, good job. There you have it. How about that? Taking somebody who knows nothing, and we saw it exactly happen that way, that they didn't have the ability to do it, it fell apart because of the multiple thought processes. That's no issue for us. We've separated those out. We've drawn a representation of the feel of the rhythm. We've shown the body what to do with no attention on how to do it. Once the body's figuring that out, it brings the natural musicality that underscores all of our gesture and physicality and walking and talking. We've been able to get that into the hands, and what we've learned is how to bring comparatively complex rhythmical relationships between the left and the right hand together so simply and so easily and so naturally. How? Rhythm diagrams.